Ladies and gentlemen, evening and welcome to the news. Thanks for your attention towards it. I just want to inform you before we start that I have with me in studio today Mr. Awoessoh. It's always a pleasure to me, especially to always have him in studio. Mr. Donatien, how are you doing? I'm so excited to see you in front of me. It's been a while.
The pleasure is also mine because it's been a while. I've now seen you face to face.
Yeah.
Online, in touch. I hold this opportunity to greet everyone who is watching us this evening.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for honoring this invitation once again. You're looking good. What's up?
It's only the grace of God.
Always. We're living by the grace of God.
Yeah, that's it.
And how are things going?
Well, we can say things are not so bad. It's not what we're expecting, but it's not so bad. We're struggling.
Concerning you, the way people are saying that all over the world, that things are very hard. What do you think about that? This is in bracket, huh? What do you think about that?
Of course, things are becoming harder and harder. More than what we've seen before. It's not a liar to say that things are much more hard now than before.
And you as a leader, what do you predict that may happen or will live in 5 years to come?
In 5 years to come, I think this will change when opportunity will be given to some persons like we to get somewhere and to lead somewhere. We think things will be changing, and things are also changing. Persons right now. We encourage them to do more.
Thank you so much. I'll be back with you in a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again. The Togolese government held its weekly council meeting on Wednesday week. A meeting presided over by the Togolese head of state Awoessoh, who made use of the opening of the meeting of condemn the terrorist attack at Kwekankandi in the Penjal district on Tuesday evening. The detailed report with Kwasigle. Let's have it.
Communiqué du Conseil des ministres.
The council meeting opened with the head of state informing members about the terrorist attack that happened in the Kundwari traditional area at Kwekankandi. A minute silence was observed in memory of the departed. For Awoessoh then presented his heartfelt condolences to the bereaved family and a happy relief to the wounded. 3 draft decrees were examined and a communication listened to. The second reading of the draft decree on procurement procedures in Togo was made and further amendments brought to it for the third reading. The second draft decree pertains to the organization and management of the Public Supply Regulation Authority. The Council finally examined and adopted the draft decree on the National Cultural Promotion Fund, a fund aimed at the professionalization of the sector and the emergence of good cultural industries that will serve as source of revenue. The Council finally listened to a communication relative to the implementation of the project in support of youth employability and insertion in promising sectors by SP. The communication has a goal, the presentation of a full report on the implementation of the project and new orientations to improve performance. This after 6 years of its implementation.
Fait à Lomé, le 11 mai 2022, le Conseil des ministres.
Following from the sad event that happened in the evening of Tuesday to early Wednesday morning at Kwekankandi in the Kenjal district of Togo, the Minister of Armed Forces, Mrs. Nyakade, was at the Dapon Region Hospital to bring the government and the President's sympathy to the wounded soldiers. Awoessoh with the reporter.
The Togolese Minister of Armed Forces, Margaret Nyakade, was at the Savannah Regional Hospital, where she paid a visit to Togolese soldiers injured during the terrorist attack perpetrated at the outreach post belonging to the Kundwari military operation located at Pekankadi in the Kundwari traditional area in the Kpenjal district of Togo, not far from the Togo-Burkina Faso border. She extended the head of state for Awoessoh and the government's sympathy to them. We need to recall that within the night of 10th to 11th May 2022, a heavily armed group of unknown individuals crossed our borders to threaten the peaceful nature of our country, weaving around themselves terror and insecurity in the community of Pekankadi in the Kpenjal district. An attack condemned by the government, who at the early hours of this bloody attack presented its deepest condolences to bereaved families, wishing prompt relief to the injured. The government called on the population not to panic, but collaborate with the Togolese armed forces in the struggle against terrorism in the country. Northern Togo is a target zone for terrorist attacks lately. The area had been attacked twice already, still in the Kpenjal. The first in the night of 9th to 10th November 2021 at Stanoga, and the second time last Tuesday evening.
With Mr. Donatien Awoessoh. You were received last week by Mr. Alice Nkpoti, and people discuss about the NDA cycle examination.
That's it.
The examination that will begin on Monday, it's the advanced level part 1.
Yeah,
Talk to us about it.
That's what we call proba or probatoire. That's the part in which students of première, the second class of lycée, high school, are engaged. So this open the gates for them to be in terminal, I think in the last class of the high school. So this is their turn now to open examination on Togo land. This is their turn now to open this examination on next Monday, and we thereby like this wishing them a good luck. May their effort pay, because no pain, no gain. You cannot gain something without having a pain. No pain, no gain. So next Monday gonna be the start of examination. Yeah.
So you as a leader, how do you see around, is the students, are they well prepared?
I'm a teacher too. I'm a teaching for years, more than a decade. So what I'm noticing now is that students no more learning like before. They're no more.
What is the cause of that?
I can say, I mean, evolution with new technologies. I mean, parents also are no more much engaged in the education of their children like before, and they're not to be accused. It's due to the lack of means. Some parents used to leave home early, coming back late.
Lately. That is due to the situation of
the situation, and so children are left to themselves. So we should take care of that situation, because those children are going to be leaders of tomorrow, going to be parents, fathers and mothers. So if they're now well educated now, how are they going to educate I mean, their children who are going to be our grandchildren? So let educate them well today. What is not right, let's say to them that this is wrong. Turn this with evolution with our mobile phones,
social media,
we have those persons called coach who are misconducting them,
leading the youth astray.
But
so
they don't know
that issue that says that those coaches that we have in brackets, that are on those social media, are they really leading the youth astray? Do you do by the idea?
What we say, a liar used to live on the credit that the person to whom he is lying give him. So if someone is lying to you, and you know, or someone is telling you that this is lie, and you still progress on that way, it's you who, I mean, is giving the opportunity. So let us as far as I'm concerned, I used to tell my students, this is wrong, this is right, because I'm your teacher. I can't lead you in a wrong way, because I have some children now who are following me actually on screen. They can testify that I can't lead you on a bad way. So those persons you are watching or listening to on social medias, they're not right. Pay attention much more on, a traditional means of communication, television, radios, but on social media, you don't know the life of the person. The person can show you money, but it's not money, it's a fake money. We all know what is going on. So let's say to our children now to pay attention much more on their study.
Yeah, okay, thank you so much. How can they make their timetable? Because some of them right now, they are confused.
They are confused.
So how can they make their timetable?
I said something to Mr. ANGLAIS last time that we used to hear it and we used to say to students that the examination, the success is prepared at the first days of the resumption of school. Yeah. When you start school, know that the end of the year is also there. It's like what we say, a children who is born is already grown up, already adult to die. So you should know that the examination or the end of the year is just by your side, to take care of yourself. It's not a time to learn. I said something to Mr. ANGLAIS last time that it's the time of revision. What you revised before, now you will revise it. It's not a time to learn. It's not a time to put all your notebooks on your table, started to learn all of them, refusing to sleep, taking coffee, or I don't know, going to embarrass pastors or priests for them to pray for you. It's not a time. This weekend is the time for students to take rest. And tomorrow, Sunday, for them just to glance some eyes on some parts of the lesson they are going to see on Monday. It's not a time to learn again.
Thank you so much. I will be back. Let me give you some time to breathe, and I'll come back to you.
Thanks.
We are back to the news again. Burial ceremony of late Amadou Soumaoro, Speaker of the Ivorian Parliament, who passed away a week ago, were held in Abidjan. The Speaker of the Togolese Parliament, Yawa Jigbodi Chegan, represented the head of state at this ceremony to render homage to him. The report with Kwasi Glay. Let's have it.
Late Amadou Soumaoro, Speaker of the Ivorian House of Parliament, was given the last homage following from his death announced on the 7th of May 2022. Togo was represented by the Speaker Yawa Chegan-Jigbori. An emotional moment for Côte d'Ivoire and her leaders mourning a great statesman. Amadou Soumaoro was one of the political figures of Côte d'Ivoire very close to Alassane Ouattara. He was a founding member of the historical Republican Party of President Alassane Ouattara. Former executive mayor of the city of Ségala from 1996 to 2013, he was the planter of the party in the north of Côte d'Ivoire. He was Minister of Commerce in most governments. The Speaker of the Togolese Parliament, while in Côte d'Ivoire, was received in audience by President Alassane Ouattara, to whom she handed over the written message of his counterpart of Togo for Awoessoh Nyasimbe.
Again in studio with Mr. Dunasiam. As you talked about how they can have their timetable, and you talk about the parents too earlier on. Let me ask you this question: how can people, the parents, help the children?
The children,
as you said earlier on that they will stay at home with them, and then, but apart from staying at home, assuming that the parents doesn't have time to attend to them, what can they do in their power without staying at home with them?
We talk about end of the year, meaning that the year has been already complete. So during the year, the parents should have done much thing. Okay. For this time, the parents should leave,
to free their children to breathe a little bit.
Okay.
No more to be on their back saying that you should learn, you should this, you should do this or do that. The schedule should have been settled all over the year. Start from the first term, especially the second term. When we come back from Christmas and the first January, I mean the New Year, is in these three months that parents should settle things with their children.
Good.
After that, when we celebrate Easter, know that the year is ended. So it's no more the time. It's no more this time that you should advise your children. When you're doing it right now, know that you're late. You should be doing it. It's like
you started earlier.
It's like putting goods in a warehouse. You start putting it step by step, one and one. And after, when you count, you can count 100 or 200 goods that you pack. It's no more the time to call your children to start quoting or recitating advice in their ears. It's no
So
more
as you are suggesting right now that they should start earlier on, it's not all the parents that knows about what you're talking about right now. You as a teacher, can you and your collabos, can you people have something like sensibilization, how do we call act, to call the parents and then let them know what you are? Is it possible for you people to do that? Because it's not all the parents that knows about what you're talking about right now. They think they should stay at home, accompanying the children, or give them have some teachers, extra teachers for them at home. But what you're talking right now, I don't think.
Important.
Can you people do something like that?
Yeah, it's what we used to tell them at the first days of the year. And some parents, they don't care about us. Some even, they say that they know more than we teachers. Some, they say that they have more degrees more than us. So we kept close our mouth. But those parents who are engaged in education of their children, they used to pay. Some parents are watching us actually. How many are they going in the schools of their children monthly? One time in a month.
Yeah, some of them, they don't even go at all. The whole year they don't go there.
A whole year or
have you
a
been,
whole
have you been
cycle.
Experiencing things like that?
More than, I told you I've been teaching more than a decade. So imagine you summon some parents to come because of the lower work of the child. The parent don't care about you. So it's for the parent to know that the children belongs to them. The children,
they have to take care of them.
They have to take care of them.
They have the responsibility.
And we teachers, we are more accused without them to know what we undergo. Your children are only 2 or 3 at home. You now, facing them, and we are facing more than 100 or 200 children. Try to come and congratulate us a little with 1 minute. So for parents, it's for the parents to know that the teachers have more duties.
So I suggest that people should be having some meetings more and more in the schools with the parents, that you can put those ideas into their minds and then let them know what you people need from them to accompany their children.
Let me surprise you. Later we summon what we call réunion des parents d'élèves, réunion with parents. They don't even come. And after that, they'll send.
Did you send them some convocation to? Sometimes you just tell the children.
In 1 or 2 weeks, we have.
Have you been sending them the convocation to come, or you just tell the children? Oh, tell your parents that tomorrow or in a week's time, you people are you have to.
We have convocation on paper. We have also convocation
and they don't come. They don't sign up.
On platform, and they will come after to tell you that they haven't heard about this. And I used to remind some of my headmasters, please, Mr. Headmaster, here is, the message that you sent last time with the date. tell the parent, and the parents will say, I haven't read or I haven't listened. And
this is serious.
Some don't care about their children's education.
Mr. Donatien,
yeah.
Thank you so much. We are about closing.
Yeah.
And I will have your last word before you leave here.
My last words to those who are going to Bac 1, probatoire on next Monday, and for those who also are going to take examination, know that examination are not something extraordinary. They are like examination at school in different conditions, simple. So don't be scared, don't be frightened. What you know, do it, and don't put yourself in cheating, because when you be caught, it's 5 years in jail.
Yeah, in cheating.
Yeah, 5 years in jail, and may your efforts pay for you.
Yeah, may he reward you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for.
You're welcome.
It's always warm to have you in studio.
I'm very glad.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We are back again with the news. All is set for Somalians to go to the polls tomorrow. Many candidates are recalled at the Electoral Commission. The election, which will be held at the Mogadishu airport, will be done by only parliamentarians. Let's have it.
Somalia is set to hold its presidential election this Sunday, 15th May, ending months of delays, with the new leader set to confront huge challenges, including a grinding Islamist insurgency. A total of 39 candidates are set to vie. They include the incumbent, better known as Farmaajo, as well as past President Sharif Sheikh Ahmed. There was a high record of presidential candidates because, firstly, there are no political parties in Somalia. If there are no parties, then the election is open for anybody. Secondly, that gives an opportunity for unqualified people in terms of leadership qualities. The vote is expected to draw a line under a political crisis that has lasted well over a year after Farmaajo attempted to extend his rule by decree. Following international pressure, Farmaajo appointed Prime Minister Mohamed Hussein Roble to seek consensus on a way forward. But progress has been painfully sluggish, dogged by claims of irregularities.
This electoral process that has been so protracted offers a reset button. Most electoral processes in Somalia offer, optimism, hope that there'll be change. And I really believe this one, specifically because it's been so protracted, offers a reset button. There's a lot of hope and optimism that there'll be change right after. The country is very polarized at the moment, and you're expecting that whoever comes in will work towards reuniting the country. I really believe because of Farmaajo's presidency, people are looking for more familiar candidates and not any newbies, people who have not governed or do not understand the Somali context. So for sure this will be a change. People will not go for a new face. They will definitely go for old faces, people that they recognize, people that they feel they're more comfortable with. And in terms of front runners, this would be the two former presidents, the former prime minister and the president of Puntland. Those are the ones who you would hear suggested as the possible front runners against Farmaajo.
Somalia has not held a one-person, one-vote election in 50 years. The winning candidate must secure the backing of 2/3 of parliament, which means a minimum of 184 votes.
Yeah, before we leave this place, I still have Mr. Donatien. I will ask you to greet some of your children. Send a special word to your children that are going to starting the exam, and then secondly, send a word of sympathy to all those soldiers that we lost the other time.
As
the families.
As you said, I have two words, a word of joy and a word of sadness.
Yeah.
First, let's start with the word of joy. One of my students is fixing her birthday anniversary, actually watching us, Merveille. I used to call her Meme, very fond of English, 19 over 20 or even 20 over 20, she got it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she will, take you over or replace you one day. And the second one to our soldiers who were injured or killed in the far north of Togoland. Our sympathy to all of them, and to call upon all the Togolese people to be ready to come across, to come over this bad situation that is terrorism. We greet all soldiers, stay safe and be strong. That's what I can say.
Mr. Donatien, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are practically at the end of this magazine. I also accompany Mr. Donatien in sending my sympathy to all the soldiers and their families. And what I can say is that the Lord be with the families. The Lord heal them. The Lord touch their hearts. We are giving you the rendezvous the next time at the same hour to come and watch us. Bye-bye.